Hey everybody out in YouTube world, Top Fat Bastard here with my micro man cave bench and music in the background. So what we've got going on is my micro man cave. There's my reloading working area down here. I've just got a basic bench for cleaning and other gunsmithing possibilities. But at this point here, what I'm doing is working on a Mosin Nagant 9130 for the Archangel stock, and going to put a Rock Solid Industries scope mount on it, as well as a Whip machine compensator on the front end. So what I have down there is I've got my barrel cut already, which you see right there. Yep, there's a tip. Anyway, and I've got it crowned off, or the muzzle with a new crown at 11 degrees, set with a Brownell's muzzle crowning tool, 3/4 of an inch by 11 degrees. One small problem with it is that the drill adapter shank that screws onto the back of it is slightly off, so it caused some wobbling, but it's true enough right now. And I'm about to go through with the CNC Warriors threading kit for a 15mm right hand thread, die stock down there. I'm not going to show you, too much of the threading that's going on, because basically CNC Warrior does that and he shows you how to take care of it, and it's really nice. But I went for the Whip machine instead of the AK-74 or the Australian made Mosin Nagant compensator, basically because I like Whip machine better and didn't add that much onto the end of the gun. And the Australian one is freakishly expensive. So Whip machine is about 90 bucks, $110 with the black anodized coating or black oxide coating, whatever it's called. And so that's my project right now, and you can see it down here. I got the extended muzzle or alignment tool. Kind of shaky getting this die in here because it's a little bit off. I had to rotate it just a little bit to see if I can get that to set correctly. And we're going to be moving on, and I'm going to take care of this and tap this out. So we're going to end it here for now, and I'll try to edit all this stuff together with some program I find somewhere. Alright, you have a good day. Bye. Hey everybody out in YouTube world, Top Fat Bastard here with my micro man cave bench and music in the background. So what we've got going on is my micro man cave. There's my reloading working area down here. I've just got a basic bench for cleaning and other gunsmithing possibilities. But at this point here, what I'm doing is working on a Mosin Nagant 9130 for the Archangel stock, and going to put a Rock Solid Industries scope mount on it, as well as a Whip machine compensator on the front end. So what I have down there is I've got my barrel cut already, which you see right there. Yep, there's a tip. Anyway, and I've got it crowned off, or the muzzle with a new crown at 11 degrees, set with a Brownell's muzzle crowning tool, 3/4 of an inch by 11 degrees. One small problem with it is that the drill adapter shank that screws onto the back of it is slightly off, so it caused some wobbling, but it's true enough right now. And I'm about to go through with the CNC Warriors threading kit for a 15mm right hand thread, die stock down there. I'm not going to show you, too much of the threading that's going on, because basically CNC Warrior does that and he shows you how to take care of it, and it's really nice. But I went for the Whip machine instead of the AK-74 or the Australian made Mosin Nagant compensator, basically because I like Whip machine better and didn't add that much onto the end of the gun. And the Australian one is freakishly expensive. So Whip machine is about 90 bucks, $110 with the black anodized coating or black oxide coating, whatever it's called. And so that's my project right now, and you can see it down here. I got the extended muzzle or alignment tool. Kind of shaky getting this die in here because it's a little bit off. I had to rotate it just a little bit to see if I can get that to set correctly. And we're going to be moving on, and I'm going to take care of this and tap this out. So we're going to end it here for now, and I'll try to edit all this stuff together with some program I find somewhere. All right, you have a good day. Bye.
Hello, is this working?
There we go. Alright guys, so what's happening is I want to get the piece set so it's in line with the top sights, but I can't seem to quite be making it, so I just gotta keep going at this until I finally figure this out where I need it to be. And I'll just show a little bit more of this. And what I'm doing here is just not taking down at all. I just cut the barrel, I recrowned it, and right through here is I am just taking the metal down piece by piece. And normally you go a quarter turn, I'm going like a tenth back, tenth back, tenth back, maybe a little bit more than that. And it's peeling off the metal, as you can see. Let's see here. That. Right like so. Drop that in. So, there we go. That little bevel right there is being created just by the high-speed steel bit itself. So it's really turning out really nice. This guide here is perfect. Like so. I just gotta, I do have a ring here and I will use it if I have to, but I'm almost to the base. Like you see down in here. I'm almost to the bottom threads down in here, but I'm not quite there yet. I just want to know if I can go around one more time. If not, then I'll use the ring, I'll use this washer here and I'll just crush the two of them together at that point there. So now we're stopped. Turn, turn, turn. I think we need more oil. So one thing I worry about is whether or not this barrel is going to be the way I want it, or possibly even crush the barrel by all the pressure I'm putting on it. And these are just two 3/4 inch blocks that I've just pinched together, drilled a hole through, and put the barrel in. So let's try this one more time. I recommend just using as much oil as you feel is necessary. Beautiful. Down. Turn. We're going to go just... damn it. Pretty much once you turn it, it's toast. So we're here. Alright, I'm going to test it. Holy smokes. I am... I'm like... just about there. I've got so little to go. Careful, almost stripped it out. The reason why I keep doing this is because I'm just going to put some Loctite on here, and I don't think I'm going to permanently, well, I want to get down as far as I possibly can so there's less of a gap, but just kind of want to get it down to that last little section there and say, okay, I'm done. And if not, which I'm too far past, I think it's a little too imprecise. I think what I'm going to have to do is this here. But that raises it up. What about there? Hunk, and you can't really see it, but halfway down, I don't know, I just feel like I want to have it all farther down there as much as I possibly can. So, okay guys, I'll continue with this till I get it and I'll get back to you. Okay guys, for those of you that are interested, I'm sure you can figure this out yourself too. Okay, there we go. Right there. 3/4 of an inch. Yeah, 0.756. Just like so. Look at the rack backwards. Do I need to do this then? Look, 757. Anyway, 756, which is 3/4 of an inch. And how far have I gone? Just about there. .63. So I can play with this, which I probably will. They'll either break something or what have you. But, alright. I'll put on pause again and run from here. Alright, so what we got going on here is I've reached the bottom. I'm all the way through. I had to put the washer on, which I suspected I was going to have to do anyway. So now I'm just going to try to clamp it down together, which is going to be fun because this one here, oil. Yes, I know it's tap oil, but so what? There. And channel locks. This is the horrible part right here. Let's see if I can just get this over. I want to go here. This is not my ideal design of things. Alright. That should be it. Looking at this. Oh, I can't really do it, but I'll have to do this. As long as I haven't crushed the barrel beyond belief. Beyond use. Where'd my towel go? Right here. Alright. Okay. There's that. Rolls down. Yeah, that's a... Well, we'll work on it still to get that perfectly situated there. I need to come back a little bit. But, so far so good. I guess we're going to go this route, and it's going to be awesome. Yep, just like that. Wet machine. So, hold it up. I guess now you have to become anal retentive about things and try to get it perfect. So, alright guys, talk to you later. Okay guys, ladies out there too, I'm not that discriminate. So I've got the Whip Machines muzzle brake on there, and it went on pretty good. Fairly simple, I didn't break anything, I didn't screw anything up, which is really nice. But now we have the unboxing of the Archangel. Yay, the Archangel. So you know how unboxings go. They're lots of fun and very informative. So I'm going to start mine right now. And we have the package here. There's the rifle, 5-round magazine. And okay, it's unboxed. Oh. Hey, it has 5 rounds in it. That's cool. So at this point, we get to have a lot of fun, because I've already unboxed it. Here's the other parts over here. Anyway, this thing does weigh a ton right back here, but it should be nice. Counterbalance the rifle. Yeah, look at that. Gonna have to get that out of there. Check this out. See how all this fits. See if it's all gonna work well. And there you go. There's my unboxing. Hey gang. Excuse me. Hey gang, back at it. This time I have a problem here. The problem is, other than me being a gunsmith, is that it's rocking inside the stock. Let's see if I can take this out real quick. There. Bring that around. Okay, you can see that sticking up. Yeah. So this is what's going on here. Also, a lot of fun is this is the Archangel bolt right here. that you see. Take that, tighten it down real quick. That tight all the way right there, and check this out. There is something majorly wrong with these guys' insert inside here. Ugh. So I have to research that, and I've heard that it's a quarter 32 thread, which is not common. So we're gonna have to probably go over the internet and look into getting either tapping that further up the shank and then cutting it down to fit, or doing something else about this. So, which is just fine. Access power charge. Okay. So, but yeah, I've got to get that to stop happening. Once we're down there, that's flush, like so. Then I have to get this down there, which something tells me it's kind of pressed in a little bit right here. So I am working on that currently. All right, I'll see if I can get back to you guys later on. Bye. Okay, so the wood boring bit is tapered nicely, so I'm just going on the insides of that area that you can almost see right there. Oops, bring it over like so. Right there. You kind of see this right in here. So the stock seems like it's pushed in at this point. So I want to make sure that I hollow out enough just to get the receiver to sit flush and things are working okay. So it's just coming through. So that's kind of the majority. I can't really see that. Sorry, I may have to edit that. Hey, everybody. Okay, as we all know, we have to put a gap in here so that the trigger assembly, or the trigger, can come back far enough to drop the firing pin in this area here. If you can see that right there, probably not. Telephoto in. Alright, that's supposed to come down flush to allow the bolt to come out and the firing pin to drop. So we need to just take it down just a little bit, like we all know. On the what I found out with the back here, just to let you know, I tapped this with a quarter 28 thread, which was incorrect, and so totally screwed this up. But I'm going to order a quarter 32 thread, which is what this is, and either try to reuse this bolt because it's too long and I can cut it down, or to put more threads on this because I still have some play in here, because just they didn't make this, they didn't give you a bolt that's short enough to work in here. So you really got it. I mean, that's tightened down all the way with the screwdriver here, like that. So kind of cruising along. It doesn't wobble as much anymore when you take the pins out, so I hollowed out all the insides here, all this dust that you see, and there we go. On that point is I just gotta wait for the die to come in and work on these two bolts and get that down. But I figured while we're doing it, we can just hollow this out a bit and run from there. And so, since I don't want to bother you with all the grinding and everything going on, I've opted to just bypass this. Alright, talk to you later. Okay, gang. Took it down a little bit. It's a little rough, but it works. So that you see here, full fling, full function. Oh, almost. A little bit more, probably. A quick jab, but a slow pull. Seems to be working. I'll still probably take it down off the trigger this time, just a little bit. I also cut a little notch right there for the bolt handle to go through, just like there, so I get a full lock. And seems to be doing well at this point, which is awesome. So if I hold that back like that, then I can just grind off some here with a Dremel. Go that route, and that should be just fine. Coming down, let's see here, what do we have? We have the whip machine compensator on the end. The Cerakote, which costs an extra $15, is starting to flake off already. You know, so I figure I'll just spray paint it when I'm done. Be done with it. So I would suggest next time, don't get the Cerakote, of course, unless you know what you're doing, and everything else works just fine. And then from there, it's going to be a matter of making sure the trigger works, functions flawlessly. Make sure the bolt is in. That's the biggest problem right now, is the bolt. And we'll probably just do a test run with some dummy rounds, or be real careful with some live rounds of just some function without pulling a trigger, for sure. And okay, we'll see you around. Hey everybody out there in YouTube land, this is the final portion of the video here. I am all done with the Mosin Archangel build, what I call my sniper build. It's not really a sniper, it's just that it's a scoped rifle, and all I ever deal with is old military rifles anyway. So there you go. At this point, you see the whip machine muzzle brake on the front end, and what a good looking job I did there. You know, scraping off some of the Cerakote, which if you're a beginner level like myself, I would actually recommend not getting the Cerakote, and it's just saving 15 bucks, and you can buy a $5 can or $8 can of spray paint that got some heat resistance to it over at one of the local hardware stores. On this aspect here, down here, I was able to get the Rock Solid Industries scope mount on there, and I was able to drill and tap these two holes here. The first hole went really well. The second hole, however, was only a little bit off, and I had to use a Dremel 1/8" Dremel carbide burr with a round tip on it in my drill press down there in the end, to finally get the hole bored down correctly. You see the rest of the bench there. I've added some stuff from last year, because it's been about a year since I made the first half of this video. The Archangel stock was not too bad. It still rocks a little bit through here, like the center bit right here, and but I got it to tighten down. The screw here in the back, I messed up the one that came with the unit, with the Archangel stock, so I had to use the original, and it's a 1/4 32 thread, of which I had to thread deeper down onto the shaft and then cut off the shaft for it to tighten down and actually get in here and be very solid and sturdy fit. Down here you can see also that the trigger, that the trigger has a good deal of play in this. Look at that, travel in there. And as you know, with the Archangel stock, you got to either hollow it out or grind this off or do something. A little bit of play. What I did was, my basic blacksmithing skills is I heated this up to an orange hot, and then just took a hammer and laid this backside down here, pounded the hammer on this side to kind of flatten this out some more. And then all I did was just take a Dremel polishing wheel that I had lying around, and I just kind of take off the black after I drop it in some water and retemper it. And it works really good. It's very crisp and has a nice trigger pull to it. I mean, it's not like, it's in no way a 3-pound pull or anything like that. This is not a Tippmann or any specialized type of trigger system that you can get. But overall, it's great. I love it. It's working out really well. One of the first scope mounts I got was a millet, and I'll see if I can get a picture of it. One-piece unit, but what it did was it brought the scope up so high, I had to raise this cheek piece so high that it was uncomfortable to get into a position and look down the scope. So I went out and just got a couple of medium-sized Weaver 1-inch rings, and they work great. They sit on here just nice, bring the eye relief back where it should be so that somebody with my eyes can see really well. Now, okay, we're going to do this wide. We're going to turn this way, flip, and now we sit down. So, okay, we're going to, just like so, wide. Okay, what I recommend doing this for this particular type of firearm. The firearm was 150 bucks out the door from Big Lots, or not Big Lots, I'm sorry, Big Five. It was a round receiver, Mosin and Gant. They're usually cheaper. There was a lot of stress and anxiety about trying to get those holes perfect because, you know, I don't have that much money. I don't want to screw this up and just go, oh, you know, not like the guys on Demolition Ranch or anything like that where they just blow stuff up because they have a pile of cash to go through. Who knows? Although it would be fun to go out there one day and figure, you know, hang out with those guys. Of course, the bang you hear in the background is the Beagle. But from this point here, I would recommend it. You know, it's a good deal of money. It's like about $450 over the cost of the gun. $280 for the Archangel stock. About $110, $120 for the Wit Machines compensator. $110 for the Rock Solid Industries scope mount for this version. Because I didn't want that in the back rear sight relief because my eyes aren't that great. These things are starting to go bad on me. But and have it more comfortable to shoot closer towards the back of the rifle. It was really nice. It really was done because it changed it from a 5-round fixed magazine with a top load to a 10-round box magazine, and I'm all about, you know, high capacity magazines. They're awesome. It's one of like God's gift of like the bread machine, you know what I mean? But if you have a modicum of experience, if you have the ability to have a vise, a drill press, and other stuff like that, I would totally recommend doing this. It was fun when I succeeded, threading the barrel on the front end. That was awesome. I didn't fuck anything up. That was great. Tapping the 1032 holes for the scope mount was kind of tedious. I hit a hard spot and dulled like 3 bits, and finally got the whole board. And then when I was running the tap down, you could see the straight line of the threads kind of doing this bit. So you only go tenth of a turn, turn it back, 10th of a turn, turn it back, 10th of a turn, turn it back, and finally made it through. It was awesome. One thing I also found out was that the second hole, this first hole here, was a 1032 that I had to stick all the way through and then grind down some. But the second one was a standard 1032. I think it's about 3/4 of an inch long, and I was able to leave that in there as it is. And so when I run the bolt home, oh, I forgot to mention the bolt was from eBay. That's about $45 for that. When I run the bolt in, just the one screw ground down doesn't hamper the feeder function of any rounds or the bolt action at all. So it's going to be really cool to go and take this out and go shooting with it. It's going to be real fun. I wonder if I can get the range master to allow me to do some videotaping out there. They get a lot of idiots out there. But I recommend it. I had a lot of fun, although a lot of anxiety, making sure that I could get the holes done correctly and getting things lined up and try to figure out what do you want to buy, you know, what direction do you want to take this, you know, how much of a muzzle compensator on the front end do you want to have. The Australian one for $235, the AK-74 version for, you know, what was it, about $65, and then just have it lock on. I didn't want any of that. I didn't want the front side on post on there at all. So because of the length, I just didn't want to keep sticking stuff on the outside. So that's why I cut it down and decided to go this route here. Give me questions if you want. I'll be happy to talk to you about them. Was it CNC Warrior gave me the tap, die, thread, oil, crush washer for doing the front threads on the barrel. Rock Island or Rock Solid Industries for the scope mount, Magpul for the stock, eBay for the bolt. And you know, if you can do all this stuff, if you have a welding equipment, if you have a grinder and you got the confidence to do it, I've seen guys just freehand drill everything and do a good job. So I don't have that confidence, I don't have that skill, but I'm working on it. So as this is my first one, I really wanted to do a good job, and I did. It was awesome. Talk to you guys later, and if you have any questions, write them down below. Feel free to email me, and we'll be happy to either whatever I can do to help you out. Would be awesome. Or not, just have fun watching the video. I didn't want to inundate everybody with too much of the actual working, like threading and cutting and grinding and anything like that, because that's kind of boring. I did, however, make a jig to hold the barreled receiver of the Mosin Nagant by removing the trigger assembly, the bolt, and laying the flat portion of the receiver, the bottom where the trigger guard the trigger group goes here, the main locking bolt goes through here. You slide this into the receiver and it clamps down through these holes like so. It was a fairly easy block to make. I'm thinking about making more of these out of aluminum and possibly selling them as a kit for you folks to buy. I think this is a neat little idea, because it keeps you away from that $450 scope mounting jig, that if you're just going to do one rifle once only and that's it, then you know it would be nicer to have something under $100 that somebody can use and have it be pretty good. I'm going to see if I can design a way to have a blocker on there that will automatically center the screw holes for these jigs here, and then maybe go through and use ATI or anybody else's scope mounts from that point there and get the screw holes. Anyway, that made life a lot easier right there. So alright, I will talk to you guys next time. I have another project coming up. There's a little blurb at the end of this video right here after a space. And from there I'll be going into an AR-15 build, which you can see a billion of them on YouTube here, but mine's only slightly different because I've purchased everything I wanted to have the first time out, so it's really expensive and not even work because the barrel's in a drawer over here. Anyway, talk to you guys. Have a good day.
Hey YouTubers, this is Fortune Cookie 45 LC.
No, I'm kidding. This is Top Fat Bastard here. And what I have going on right now, and thank you Fortune Cookie 45 LC for all your knowledge and your expertise in lead melting. It was a great help. I have down here with me my rebuild. Hold on. Really? There we go. My Winchester Model 97 rebuild that I did probably over a year ago. Now, what I have going on at this time is I need to import into it some new extractors. So I'm going to do this as my next project, and we all know that in doing this we're going to need to remove this screw and then remove this screw, which means remove this screw. So pop these 3 screws out. That will give me the ability to drop the cartridge carrier bolt, the cartridge carrier bolt, and then from there I should be able to extract, after we move the cartridge carrier bolt pin, this thing here that holds that in, be able to remove this and then take the bolt out, and then from there we're going to be able to get in and drop some pins out and put these new pieces in there. So hopefully it'll go smooth. I will film it and put it up on my website with everything else, and this time around let's see if I can do it fairly quickly. Oh wow, there we go. And for your entertainment and enjoyment. These rebuilds are kind of costly, but they're fun. if you like rebuilding these old guns. And the one thing I don't know how to do, which I'd love to know how to do, is tighten up the action inside here. If I can figure out how to do that, that would be awesome. But I'm not that good. But from there, this thing works. And I'm thinking nobody wants to buy this because this is going to be over $500 for the shotgun, because it's like $80 for the stock, the pins, every the work all done in here, and the original cost of the gun itself is it's over $500 now. But so I might cut this down at this point here to a 20.5-inch barrel and make another trench gun style. It won't be an original trench gun style, but it'll be an original Winchester that looks like a trench gun. And so from there, it's, you know, again, it's going to be whatever worth I put into it, and that's it. It's and I might try re-bluing it at that point there too. So, you guys out there in the Winchester Model 97 area, get ready. So hopefully within the next 3 months, I can get this taken care of. It's only a couple of pins and a couple of screws, so maybe they'll go quick. And then after that, I'll be working on, I think, a GI 45 that I built, but I have a nice problem with it for the next project. Okay? Talk to you later. Bye.